Hello, this is Reiki Master Angelia with Works of Hearts, Reiki 2, and Natural Complementary Healing Training Program, Part 4. Last time we were talking about the Chokuray power symbol, and today we're talking about the Reiki. This is the mental or emotional symbol. Its purpose is used for emotional and mental healing, moves energy from the physical plane to the spiritual level. And I'm going to show you the picture of this guy. He is rather complicated. All right. So here we have the Reiki. Okay. So this is how they're saying, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Then you come like this and draw that one, and then the 2 humps over that. That's if you want to draw these Reiki symbols. Like I said, it depends on what school of Reiki you go to, who your Reiki masters are, what your purpose is. This is using the universal energy. Like I said, it's a Japanese healing art that started, and that's what they use. Now, as I've said, when I'm doing Reiki, I call on the Holy Spirit. So, I personally don't use these symbols. I had one of my Reiki masters get a little hot with me on that. But then I explained to her, to me, it's all about being a conduit for the healing of the Holy Spirit. So for me, that is not something I use. I always use the sign of the cross when I do openings and sealings. That's just me. If you want to draw the Reiki, go for it. Because it's all about you, what you believe, what makes you feel like you're doing this, because it's like doctors talk about healing. The patient believing they're going to heal is half the battle. So the Reiki mental and emotional symbol. This symbol means key to the universe. It is a universal consciousness and humankind coming together. Okay, so now in my belief system, we have the universal consciousness, which is God, and the humankind coming together. What did that make? Jesus Christ. As it combines divine creative energy with human energy patterns, aligning with upper chakras, it moves energy from the physical plane to the spiritual plane. When used alone or with the power symbol, it serves to protect one from negative energies or unwanted intrusions. And trust me, there are negative energies out there who are looking to make unwanted intrusions on your life all the time. The Japanese name of this symbol means to create a new habit. Use Reiki for changing habits. Write the name of the unwanted habit on a piece of paper along with the Reiki symbol. And this is something I used to do in life coaching. Write down the habit you want to get rid of, and then in, of course, life coaching, we tear it up or burn it or whatever. But you can also use the Reiki symbol of the cross, and do the same thing. Activate it with the Chokuray power symbol. Hold the paper between your hands, treating it with Reiki for 20 minutes each day. And that means you're thinking about it. This will send Reiki energy to the parts of your mind and emotions that relate to the unwanted habit. Carry the symbol with you during the day and repeat the Reiki treatment to counter any compulsions. And again, like I said, you can definitely pray any time of the day. Don't have to be morning, don't have to be night, just whenever you feel the need to. This symbol balances the left and right sides of the brain, bringing harmony and peace. The energy comes out of the heart for emotional healing, from the solar plexus for mental healing. Use Reiki to release old patterns, traumas, and problems. It can be used for any kind of mental or emotional distress such as fear, anger, sadness, nervousness, depression, etc. It is especially directed toward aiding balance in relationship problems or distress patterns. The symbol can be used in the case of addictions, as well as weight loss, overeating, smoking, and to improve memory. For example, regarding weight loss, write the word food or the words healthy weight loss on the paper. Reiki the paper each day 20 minutes before each meal and whenever you eat a snack. You will find it much easier to eat less and eat only healthy foods. It can also be used to enhance the use of affirmations, causing them to go deeper into the subconsciousness. It is also helpful studying and comprehension when taking tests. It can be used to improve memory. This symbol is the color of bright pink and gold. So when you're making that symbol, you can imagine that in your mind. And like I said, if you make your own symbols or you use symbol cross, because there are people who make their own symbols, that's what you want to imagine, the pink and gold symbol that has this power. Harmony, the mental and emotional healing symbol of Seihei-ki. And again, they're showing you here how to draw Seihei-ki. So I'll show that to you again. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the little humps there. Ugh. And that's the Seihei-ki. The mental emotional healing function Usui mantra is Seihei-ki. The mental emotional function is used to facilitate emotional and mental healing and to assist self-programming and treating addictions and habits, as well as all their mental and emotional concerns. And a lot of people think these are something they can't deal with. They need, to go to someone else, or it's just too much for them. They can't handle their own mental and emotional concerns. And that is certainly not true. You can handle anything. God said He wouldn't give you anything you can handle. So you can handle anything. And this is a tool to help you do that. And someone's being rude and ringing my phone. So I'm going to pause and see if it's someone who actually wants anything. And it was nobody wanting nothing. It is said to work on the subconscious. Some teachers use it on the first 4 chakras only, and some use it on all positions. The mental or emotional healing Shakti or function helps to balance the right and left sides of the brain and is often used for healing unwanted habits or for programming in desired habits. Everyone's heard of mind over matter. Traditional Japanese Reiki sources, including Master Hiroshi Doi, refer to the symbols and activate them by number and a name relevant to their use. I think the English translations of the terms of the Japanese teachers' use is more helpful than the terms that have become common in the West. And they are, number 1, focus is the power symbol, Chokurei. Number 2 is harmony, which is the mental emotional symbol, Seihei-ki. Number 3 is connection, which is the distance, which is Honsha Zishonen. Number 4 is empowerment, which is the Master Daiku Myo symbol. So these are things, that you can work on through Reiki, using these symbols or your own, or, the symbol of the cross, whatever your belief system is. But the key words here are the things they're working on: focus, harmony, connection, and empowerment. And that is things that a lot of people have problems with. Most of us have problems. Most of us aren't focused all the time, or in harmony with people around us all the time, or connected with the people around us all the time, or feeling empowered all the time. So these are things that you can certainly work on. The names most used in the West are the mantras that go with the symbol. The symbols are only considered as tools, like I said, tools, that once mastered need not be used. So why teach you that? So you have a concrete symbol that lets you think about that and you make that symbol, you know this thing is going to happen. This is also in accord with the information I had previously from numerous Buddhist texts and from a large number of Japanese teachers of spiritual philosophy. 1. Focus the power boost symbol, Choco-Rei. Remember, the Choco-Rei is the guy, with the swirl in him. Choco-Rei, and they say long O in Choco-Rei, is the Usui power boost mantra and symbol to increase the power of Reiki. This energy calls in higher universal energy and accelerates Reiki from low to high and gives greater power and focus to the energy. Power boost is used with the other energies as well, by itself during all treatments, hands-on or distance. This energy has been used to clear rooms and crystals and to charge food and water. As a Buddhist term, this refers to the nature and organization of spiritual energy. See? So some of you who are saying, oh, how could you study Reiki if you believe in God and Jesus? Ta-da! The connection is spiritual energy, the Holy Spirit, and Reiki. Learn something every day. Okay, now, here we have the Honsha Z Shonin. And this is the long distance absentee symbol. And I'm going to show you this. It is rather complicated. See, you have like almost a symbol of a cross here with then these broken lines like a peace sign and then a smaller cross right here. Then you have this like half bowl shape, and then you have, the hat with the line, and then down that's not connected, and a down and an out. Then you have, like the tent and a line, and then you have, this like your division symbol with a line and another line like that. So you can certainly pause the video and copy that down, but that's a rather complicated symbol if you want. This symbol means, I behold the truths of truths. And this is for sending Reiki to others from a distance. And I do distance Reiki, from my computer or my phone all the time. You can ask people, they see me sitting here with my hand like this, and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm helping this person. We are all one. So that is the truth of truths. We are all one. And also, let the book be open. I will read. And of course, that's a more Eastern, philosophy there. Excuse me. Is let the book be open, I'll read. I mean, I'll learn. If you show me, I'll learn. As you are drawing the long distance symbol, say it 3 times to intensify the Reiki energy flow. 3 times. Trinity. Use this symbol to send Reiki to others at a distance. This means you can send Reiki to others who are across the room, across town, or in another state or country. Like I said, I do it online, all the time. My kids or my fiance will be like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm praying for this person. I'm sending this person some Reiki. Oh, okay. Because to them that's weird, but to me that's a normal part of my day. Distance is not a barrier. You may find a picture of the client is helpful when used in conjunction with this symbol. And again, like I said, if I'm on Facebook or Twitter, whatever, their picture is right there. So, I'm sending it right there through the airwaves to them. Honsha Z Shonin, distance healing symbol. The Japanese name of this symbol means, may the God presence in me connect with the God presence in you to promote harmony and peace. So here they're even mentioning the God presence. The term namaste is used as a blessing, is based on this principle. So if you didn't know what namaste meant, that's what it means. Don't mean just good day. It means like the good in me, or the God presence in me sees the God presence in you. You can send Reiki to people across the room or in another part of the world. Distance has no limitation when using this symbol. A picture or visualization of the person or situation is used with this symbol. If you don't know this person, if somebody just reach out to you an email or a comment or something and they have no picture, you can just imagine in your mind what you think they look like, or imagine their name. Lord, please help Jane or whoever, with this issue. The practitioner can write the name of the recipient on a piece of paper. Then draw the power symbol and distance healing symbol on the same paper and beam Reiki to them. Use the symbol to bridge time. The distance symbol can also be helpful in clearing old karma from the past. Present or future, and used in conjunction with hypnosis and meditation. Now, I had a situation that was kind of weighing on my mind. Something that happened to me as a kid that I saw. And so I actually drove back to my old neighborhood, and I actually, Reiki'd and prayed in the direction of that building's not even there anymore. But I imagined it in my mind and went back and Reiki and prayed, to solve that and take that out of my life. And it worked. I feel so much better about it. It's just a part of my past, and it's not weighing on me and concerning me anymore. Your present or future, and used in conjunction with hypnosis and meditation. And real hypnosis is not making you quack like a duck or, balk like a chicken. A friend of mine, Snita Bhatnagar, does, hypnosis. And real hypnosis is to help you uncover things that have been repressed, or, to talk yourself out of bad habits or ways of being. That's what real hypnosis does. And of course, if you're meditating, which I do, then, you're clearing your mind out of all the clutter. And a lot of people would benefit from that. Because a lot of people carry over clutter from day to day until their mind just, so stressed out and broken they just can't even deal. Allow yourself to be used as a vehicle for Reiki energy to treat the cause of the problem. Having its own wisdom from God consciousness, Reiki energy has its own process that goes beyond any need for the human conscious to comprehend how this is accomplished. And that's what you should do with all your burdens. Give them up to God, because He can take care of it. Excuse me. The symbol can be used to send Reiki in other time frames. When focusing on a future happening, concentrate on the date and time of the scheduled event and send Reiki to activate when the time comes. Now, does this always work? Of course not, because not everything is meant to be. We know what we think would make us happy to help us live happily ever after, but that might not be God's plan. God might have a different plan. This has been used for job interviews, dentist appointments, and personal confrontations. Hansha Z Shonin has been used with post-traumatic stress to send Reiki into the past to process a traumatic event. And I have done this in regression. So it just works for me. So, it can work for you. Hold a picture of yourself and the approximate time in mind during the transmission of the Reiki energy. The Hansha Z Shonin Reiki symbol has been used to free a soul from dark energies. And you know what that means. You mean exorcism. Since the practitioner is only focusing energy of God consciousness, or the Holy Spirit, you are never in harm's way from the negativity that is released. The practitioner can use the scanning process to determine any particular areas of the client that are being affected by the dark force energy. And He works on all of us. The dark side works on all of us. Don't ever think He's not tempting you or putting something in your head, because you're silly if you think that. Call on the power of God consciousness, or the Holy Spirit, to take these lower forces into the light for transmutation. And actually, what I was taught when they were teaching us about doing exorcism, they said, or you can visualize, Jesus, and say, Jesus, I'm putting this in a box. You take it away, and do as you will with it, but keep it from me and mine. And I found that to be a very helpful thing, to have Jesus right there with me, and taking this thing away and doing what he will with it, but keeping the rest of us protected. Call on the power of God consciousness. This creates a healing for all concerned, as well as the dark forces. And they ain't gonna like that when you try and do that. Trust me. Use the Hong Sha Zi Shonin Reiki symbol to send Reiki to people in the news who are suffering tragedy and global issues of war and climate disasters. And I do that when I watch the news. I'm praying throughout the news. Lord, let these people's soul rest in peace and their family and friends find peace. Heal these people that need it. Help these people with whatever it is they need. That's something I do. That's why I don't understand people who don't watch news, don't want to know what's going on. I think it's important we do and we know what's going on so we can help some kind of way. Ask on the unconscious level if the recipients agree to the transmission of Reiki if it is not possible to speak with them, as is this case. Another example of the inability to get verbal permission is in the case of a comatose victim. And if their family says that's okay, then, that's okay. Reiki can be powerful when a group of Reiki 2 practitioners place the name of a person in the middle of a circle, or have the recipient seated in the center of the healing circle. And that's why we have levels of Reiki. There's different levels. Some people think it's just a way to get you to pay more money if you go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's different processes. There's different practices. And you have to learn the basics, before you can build the second floor. I mean, you don't start building the second floor or third floor or, a fourth master floor of your house without your bottom floor, because then everything's going to fall over. You got to go first, second, third, fourth. That's the reason for that. It's not to rip people off who want to study Reiki. Have everyone draw the power symbol and then the distance symbol, and say the person's name 3 times, then beam Reiki together. If you have been blocked in the achievement of a goal, it usually means something needs to be cleared. To accomplish this, write your name on a 3x5 card and a description of the goal. Include dates that are involved, if there are some. Might not be a thing that has a date. It might just be something that you feel like you need to work on. Draw the 3 symbols of Chokurei, Seihei Ki, and Hon Sha Zi Shonin on the card, if those are the symbols you're using. If the goal is in harmony with your best interest of the higher good, you will achieve it. Again, like I said, if that's what's meant to be. We don't always know. We think we know what's best for us, but we don't always know because there's a bigger plan. This symbol is the colors of the rainbow. Absent healing symbol. The symbol represents the union of the divine Sananda practitioner and the universe. The energy flows from the practitioner through the universe to the person receiving absent healing. And this is, again, one like the other symbol, that's specifically for someone who is not there. And it's, like a U. And then you have kind of this little curve right here, and then a circle. So it kind of, to me, looks like a U with a spoon handle that you didn't draw the rest of the spoon, and like maybe a little pea sitting there on the spoon handle. Procedure for absent healing. It is important to get permission from the client or their being. Without a request from them or permission, the process will not work. Again, because people have to believe things are going to work for them to work. Because if they're blocking, it's not going to work. Because they're blocking. You cannot force a healing on anyone or anything if they are not ready and willing. And that's something I tell life coaching clients in the past. I can tell you stuff all day. But if you're not ready and willing to do the work, then I can't help you. It's that simple. I've had clients with anxiety, clients with maturity issues. If you're not ready and willing to do the work, no one can help you. You have to help yourself by getting ready and willing to do the work. Then people can guide you and help you. Using the person's full name given at birth will ensure the highest connection to be made between you, the client, and the angels, or the Holy Spirit, or universal energy, whichever you're believing in. If birth name is unknown, as in the case of the adoption, the name given by the adoptive parents will carry the vibration needed as the child is aware of the circumstances surrounding its birth and life before choosing to come into a physical body. Also, you can use a visualization of the person. Imagine them in your mind. This also allows for a strong connection and no mistaking who the person is, even if they don't exactly look, like we make these avatars and stuff. They don't look exactly like us, but we pick the hair color and the eye color, and it's close enough, So you make a visualization in your mind, close enough, you know who you're sending to. So also, the universal energy knows who you're sending to. Step 1. Center and ground your body. Mentally open your crown, your head, your crown chakra, and bring in the divine Sananda energy to draw the lines on yourself. Because again, if you're not right, you can't help anybody else. Step 2. With the energy flowing through you, call the being of the person with whom you will be working. Visualize them sitting, standing, or laying down in front of you. Draw the symbol for absent healing in the air. Step 3. Mentally open their crown with the symbol and draw the lines on their body. Step 4. Once the energy is flowing, treat the areas of the body that need attention. See yourself directing the energy with your hands on their body at the appropriate areas, as if you were just right there with them. You may also sandwich any body part that you are working on. Like say if someone had a broken arm, you would have a hand above and a hand below to heal that. Step 5. Allow your hands to stay on the body until you feel compelled to move on. And like I said, the more you do this, the more you feel it. But there'll be a hot spot. And you'll feel the hot spot. And then when the hot spot has had all the healing it's going to take, it will start giving you like a cool breeze. And when you feel that area is done. It doesn't want to deal with this anymore. To finish, draw the eyes on ankles and elbows and hold to ground and balance the energy. And that's the, universal eye, open eye, if you want to use that symbol. Thank the being, sending it back to its physical body. Thank the angels for their assistance too. Step 7. Check your grounding and stop the flow of energy by drawing eyes on your ankles and elbows and hold. Bring your awareness back to your physical body and surroundings. Absent healing can be done on a daily basis until the being stops coming to you or requests that you stop. If more energy is needed, you can call on others to also send healing to the person. Power sandwich. Combine all of these symbols to increase the energy of Reiki to the fullest and most powerful extent possible. Even while working hands-on, use the absentee symbol, and it seems to allow direction of the energy to heal quickly and deeply into the inner structure of the body. Begin and end the power sandwich with the power symbol. And I work on myself at least once a week. And I'm still here. There's a lot of things to say I should not still be here, but I am. So here's our symbols. And they're making like a power sandwich out of this. So they have the chokeray that they're doing first. And then they have the Hanjazi Shonen, they're doing seconds. The Say Hey key, they're doing third. And then they're sealing it back up with the choke-a-ray. So this is their, power sandwich that they're doing if you want to use those symbols. Long distance absentee healing. The purpose is to connect with someone out of arm's reach. Reiki can be used to connect the practitioner with the client by a method called absentee or long distance healing. And we've been talking about this for 3 pages now. In this healing exercise, the practitioner literally beams healing energy to others from a distance. You can send Reiki to people across the room, in another state, or even in other countries. Distance is not a barrier when using this symbol. Sending distance Reiki involves 2 steps. First, you establish the connecting link, like we just learned about. Then you send Reiki. First, ask permission to send the Reiki, because some people, they don't want it. They don't want you doing nothing to them. They don't want to do nothing, and then it's not going to work anyway because that's how their attitude is. State the person's name and location. Then use a picture or image of the person's face between your hands, or write out the person's name and why you're sending Reiki to them and hold it in your hands. Imagine the person in a bubble surrounded by white light of protection. And, I do that a lot, for people who I feel like are being, attacked on. I do that for myself sometimes in the night. Some funny things I might hear or, see. And so that'll keep you safe, keep them safe, Draw the Honshazi Shonin on their forehead, which is the big, complicated guy. Draw the choke-a-ray and say it 3 times. Draw the Say Hey key and say it 3 times. And draw the choke-a-ray and say it 3 times. And so here's the visualization. This is the power sandwich. We just learned about the power sandwich here. And so they're having you imagine to draw this on their forehead and to say that, to send them the Reiki, and so that will help open them to this Reiki. Beam a standard Reiki treatment as if the person were present. You can also do a short form treatment by focusing on the upper chakras for 5 minutes. Upon completion, make the face small between your hands. So imagine you're no longer working on this person who's in front of you, shrinking him down, to a little person between your hands. Close your hands slowly. When the hands are together, the Reiki treatment is over. You can put a situation or really anything in the bubble and beam it healing energy. Experiment and let go to realize the full potential of long-distance healing. The right action, followed through with the right intention, will allow the healing doors to open and allow all to become more receptive to the healing powers that lie within us. That's what I tell my clients and my students. The more you do Reiki, the more the God consciousness energy comes through you, and the more it heals you and blesses you. So doing Reiki is not only a boon to help other people, but is a boon for you because this energy is coming through you and healing you. So that's why, I don't turn down Reiki people. I tell them now, I can't stand up and do it anymore to you. I just can't do it. I can sit in a chair and you can stand in front of me, or lay down in front of me. And I'll still do this for you because it only benefits both of you when you give Reiki to people. And that was our bell you heard a minute ago, whatever. So that's it for now. I hope you found this educational and informational. And I will leave the GoFundMe link in the description in case you want to help support this healing outreach. So that's it for now. Until next time.